Alright guys, in this video I'm going to make a really nice, elegant fall wreath. I think this is going to be the last fall wreath that I do. The next wreath I do is going to be a Halloween wreath. So this is going to be a nice, elegant fall wreath. Now you might say, well, what constitutes as elegant? In my opinion, elegant is simplicity. So that's what I'm going to do. It's going to be nice and simple, but it's going to look really high end. I'm going to use this really pretty silk ribbon. It's in this nice dark olive green color. I'm going to use these picks here that I got from Dollar Tree. I've got 3 of them. I have 1, 2, and then this one here I had used for something else, so I cut it apart. But I'm using those 3 picks. I'm using 1 pumpkin, and I'm going to use this candle holder. And I know you might be like, how are you going to do that? I'm going to show you. It's going to be really neat. I hope you guys like this. Now, you guys know that on my front door I can't have anything with hot glue because it will melt, because I have the glass screen door and it creates a greenhouse effect. I get a lot of sun coming into my front yard and onto my front porch. So I have to do no glue wreaths, okay? So there's not going to be any glue involved in this wreath, okay? So the only glue that is going to be involved, because I can't really get around this, is I'm going to have to hot glue a pipe cleaner into the pumpkin so that I can hold it onto the wreath here. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do that. There's nothing I can do about that. So I'm gonna put a little bit of hot glue on here. And this is the only hot glue that I am using for this wreath here. Okay, so we have that hot glued on. I'm going to let that dry. Now this is the candle ring that I'm going to use. And now I had gotten this candle ring from Hobby Lobby last year. I think that they have it this year too. I'm not sure. But the colors go really nicely with these picks here. Okay. So what I'm going to do with this candle ring is I'm going to cut it in half. And, oh look, I still have the price tag on it. Oh my goodness. And I'm not wearing my glasses, but it says that it was $9.99, and so it was also 40% off. So we took that right off of there. So I'm going to cut this in half, and I want it to be as even as possible, okay? Now when I cut this candle ring, I want to make sure that I'm not cutting, I want to make sure I'm cutting in between here, like a little piece here that is empty, okay? So, because I don't want to ruin any of the floral decor on the candle ring. I hope that makes sense. Okay? So, I'm going to take one and I'm going to put one on each side. Over here, just like this. And I'm going to tuck it in using this here. It's going to hold it on in place for me. Let me get it to where I want it to go first. That would help. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna tuck this one in here just like this. And I'm going to use the florals on here to also help me hold it in place and make it secure just by pulling one through just like that. And then I'm going to try and straighten it out a little bit just like you see there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pipe cleaner. They make a lot of noise coming out of the package. Okay. I'm going to take a pipe cleaner. I'm going to cut a piece of it off. I don't need the whole big pipe cleaner. I'm going to tuck that down a little bit because I want this to lay down. I don't want it to stick out like it was. And then I am just going to find a little niche where I can put this pipe cleaner in and secure it to the grapevine. So bear with me one moment. I'm just tucking it into the grapevine and I'm just bringing it up and around. My pipe cleaner is brown and that goes very well with the candle ring because you're not going to see it. And the pipe cleaner is going to really hold it in place and the color just blends in. Okay, so I want this part up here. I don't want it coming down. So I'm going to take the other piece of the pipe cleaner and I'm just going to do the exact same thing. Okay, so I'm just going to do the exact same thing and I'm going to secure him into place the exact same way. Don't want to pull it too tight down there. Okay. And then I'm just going to twist my pipe cleaner and then I have that secured in place. Just like that. Okay. Okay guys, so this is what we have so far. That is half of the candle ring just secured in place. Just showing you what I did there. And I'm going to do the exact same thing to the other side. You know what I might even do? Because this is sticking up a little bit. I think I'm going to take another pipe cleaner and I'm just going to, so it's going to take 1.5 pipe cleaners and I cut it in half and I'm just going to do the same thing down here because it's sticking up a little bit and I don't want it to stick up. There we go. And now I feel better about that because I feel like that's a little bit more secure. So we've got 3 little places where we took a pipe cleaner and secured our candle ring to our wreath. Okay, so I have that side done. So this is the top of my wreath. I want to make sure that I have everything even where I want it. So I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to take this one here and I'm going to put it on the other side. And notice how it's going a little bit of another direction. So that's another reason why we're using the pipe cleaners, because it's going to go in the direction we want it to. And we're going to secure it, but it's naturally bent to go the other way. So we're just going to have to bend it a little bit and get it going for ourselves. And when we're done, you're not even going to be able to tell. So these are even up here. So I'm going to get this one in place over here using the pipe cleaner. And it just takes a little fiddling to get it where you want it to go. It doesn't help that I have a boo-boo on one of my fingers. So one of my fingers is a little sore. So that's not helping. But we got it. Okay. So now let me do another one. I'm going to cut it in half, just like this. Going to bend it to go in the direction that I want it all to go in. Okay. He is going to be tucked in there as well, so that's just going to add some security to it. Gonna pull this little piece of floral that you see down here, going to pull it through just like that. Just gives it, again, a little bit more security. I'm gonna put this one here in the middle first because that's gonna make it a lot easier. And if you hear my kitty cat, that is Miss Salem. She had dinner, but remember, we're trying to help her shed a few pounds, so she's not happy. But it's gonna be better for her in the long run. So if you hear her meowing, it's because she's griping about the docket she's on. Oh my goodness, I love her. I love her so much. She's precious. Okay, So I'm going to do one more on this side, guys, because remember, this is the part of the candle. This over here was part of the candle ring that we had to bend and go the other direction. So I'm going to do one more on this side just to give it a little bit more security, because I want to make sure it doesn't try to bend back where I don't want it to be. So this is what we have so far, and this was just a candle ring. So it's a nice step saver. Nice step saver, and when they're on sale, it makes your wreath even more budget friendly. So we have that there. So now I'm going to add in a couple of these picks here. And again, using this part of the grapevine to really hold it in. I'm just going to add one in here. Like this, just like that. And I'm going to add the other one in over here. Just like so. Just like that. And this is already looking really pretty. Just going to bend that up to make sure that it is not seen. Okay. All right, so we have that there, and now we're going to add our pumpkin right here in the middle. And I'm going to put him, I want him to sit up a little bit. So I'm going to put him on like this. Okay guys, so we got it through, and so now I'm just going to twist it. I'm just going to twist it around and make sure that the pumpkin is secured on the back. So see, I'm just twisting it around on the back, the pipe cleaner, just like that. Okay, and then just gonna cut off the excess. Okay, so now that I have him on, I'm gonna adjust my eucalyptus a little bit because I really want it to be flush, almost on top, just like that. Okay, so there, I have him closer to my pumpkin. Let me do the same with this one. I'm gonna do the same with him. I want to make sure I have them the way I want them to go. Okay, there we go. So we have that one in there just like that. And they are all nice and secure. Nothing is poking through, which is wonderful. You can't see any of the stems. All right, so this is what we have so far. We just have our pumpkin in the middle. We have our candle ring on the side, on each side. Now that's the candle ring we cut in half. And then we have our eucalyptus picks here. And then I have this other eucalyptus pick that I had taken apart, and I'm going to just find little places to have a little bit of this eucalyptus coming through. And I'm just going to find little niches for it there, just like that. You just have to find that spot where it just feels like it's going to be secure. Okay, that's good. That feels good there. Okay, so we have that there. And then I'm going to add a couple over here as well. All right. There's that. Oh, look how pretty that comes out. Look at that. That looks so nice. I like that. Okay guys, so we have our eucalyptus. We're putting it through our wreath now. And I have one little piece of a pick left. So I think I'm going to tuck him in here. Just like this, and kind of give the pumpkin a little bed to lay on. And I think that that is going to look good there. Let me just make sure he's in there good, and he is. Okay, and I think that looks great. So this is what we have so far. Now all we're going to do is we're just going to put on our ribbon on the top here. I'm just going to tie a simple bow. And all we did, just to recap, if you're just tuning in, we took a candle ring, we cut it in half, we used pipe cleaners and we secured it to our wreath. We secured our pumpkin and we used some picks, just some of these eucalyptus picks. I had 2 picks and then I had one that I had cut into different pieces. And then now we have everything on our wreath. I think this looks really pretty and I love the colors together and I love how this is just kind of popping. I think that looks really nice there. So now I'm just going to take this really pretty silk olive green ribbon here, and I got this from Dollar Tree. I used it last year and I took a piece of tape to hold it in place and now I can't get the tape off. Okay. There we go, we got that. Okay, so now I want to have some little tails coming down here like this, but first I'm going to, I want to wrap this ribbon around the wreath a couple of times up here. Oh, I bumped my I bumped my camera. Okay, and the reason why, let me see, I'm gonna do it this way. The reason why is because I really just want this ribbon to be shown. I really just want it to be shown. I don't want it to just kind of be like, I don't want it to be an afterthought. This ribbon is so pretty that I'm just kind of wrapping it around a couple of times and just really wanting it to be shown up there. So then I'm just going to tie it off back here and then I'm going to cut the excess. And then I'm going to tie just a very simple bow using this ribbon. Okay, so see how I have it wrapped around a couple times up here? I saw this on a wreath a while back and I really liked that. I just thought, I don't know, I just thought it was kind of neat. You just see more of the ribbon, that's all. Let me pull it down for you. So I just wrapped it around a couple times and trying to clean up a little bit as I go. And so now all I'm gonna do, guys, is just wrap a simple shoelace bow, just like we're tying our shoes. Just like we're tying our shoes, I'm just going to wrap it around. Let's see, where do I want to put it? I'm just going to wrap it around here at the bottom, just like this. I might even put it through there, like that. I'm going to make sure that my wreath is straight. Okay. And then I want to tie him a little bit up here. I don't want to make it too tight because I don't want it to squeeze my grapevine together. And then I'm just going to, now I may have cut this a little short, and if so, I'm gonna have to redo this. And you know what, guys, I think, yeah, I cut this a little too short. So let me cut a longer piece and we will use that for something else. It happens sometimes. Okay. So I'm just gonna wrap this around here like this. And sometimes, guys, if it looks like I edited my video, it's because even though I'm doing it live, sometimes I have to edit if my dogs start barking. So, because sometimes they get a little crazy. So if you see some little stops in my video where it looks like I edited, it's because the doggies were barking, and I don't think that, you know, you guys want to hear all that noise. Okay, so we just tied a really simple little shoelace bow here. I just don't want the loops that big. I don't want them to be that big. Okay, oh, that's pretty. Try to get your loops to be the same size though, okay? You want your loops to be as close to the same size as possible. Okay, so that's gonna be a little long. So let me cut this, and I have lots of ribbon scraps in my craft stash, guys. Lots of ribbon scraps. Oh my goodness, this turned out so pretty. Look at that beautiful bow. Just that beautiful color. Now let's go put it on the front door. All right, guys, so this is how it turned out. Now it is a little bit in the afternoon. It's a little late in the afternoon. So the sun is setting, so bear with me. But this is how it turned out, and I think it looks so pretty. And remember that that was just a candle ring that we had cut in half, and we had used a pipe cleaner to wire it to our wreath. And then I had 3 eucalyptus picks, and we just put them in and added to it. But that is really just a candle ring that I cut in half. We added the little pumpkin pick down there. This was another no glue wreath, so there's no glue on this wreath. And look at how pretty that bow turned out. And wrapping some around before tying the bow on just gave it more of a presence, and I think it just makes it look so pretty. And it doesn't have that like that perfect look, but it still looks really elegant and nice, and it just again lets the ribbon have a little bit more of a presence. So that is our nice, elegant, upscale fall wreath, guys. And I really hope that you guys like it. I hope I gave you some ideas. Wait until all of the Christmas candle rings come out. And just think what we can do with those. How fun is that going to be? Alright guys, so if you like this video, I'd really appreciate it if you would hit the like button and subscribe. I have a lot more videos coming out. Check out some of the ones that I already have up if you haven't done so. I hope you like them. I really love your comments. And until next time, guys, I hope you're really enjoying this beautiful fall season. I will see you in the next video, and take care.